Hello, A Day with Caleb, and we are back with another Warner Brothers Discworld update. I believe this being the third update from my initial video of the Warner Brothers Discworld. That one has gathered quite a bit of views and comments. Lots of you commenting your experience with the Warner Brothers Discworld. And if you have not commented your situation, comment down below. If you have any titles that were affected, whether you're from the UK or from the US, list what titles were affected and just let me know so we can kind of work through this together. If you do not know what I'm talking about, Warner Brothers from like 05 to 06 until 2009, 2010 used a US factory that didn't use the proper chemicals and glues for the disc, the DVD disc. So over time, they kind of cut corners and used material that wouldn't hold up over time, and they have formed, some of them, not all of them, gold rings, circles around the inner disc, and then it affects playback in different ways. Go back to my first video for more context. I dive deep into signs to look out for titles. There's lists of affected titles, but some of you have reached out and said that Warner Brothers contacted you and actually sent you a bunch of stuff through the replacement or fulfillment center. Kudos to you. I've explained in detail what my experience was. Got the Smallville complete collection, but I think all the rest of mine, either the license ran out or, they just gave up, or I don't know. They never wrote me back after the initial wave of emails, but that's all right. We got one thing for our trouble, and we're slowly getting our stuff back. I think we won't have another update video, but I think there will be one more pickups video where I show stuff I'm upgrading from the Warner Brothers Discworld. So stay tuned for that, and go check out all the other update and Warner Brothers Discworld videos. This is not Warner Brothers. I have this on VHS. Just decided to kind of compile in here since, this would just be sitting for a while until another pickups video. Didn't want to wait, because this is such a good film remote. Who remembers this film growing up? Watched it all the time on TV. Actually have a recorded VHS copy from when it aired on TV, before I knew about copyrights and that kind of thing, where you could just throw your blank VHS in the VHS player and, it would record live TV. And then there were tabs, security tabs, that kind of thing. And I also have a normal VHS, theatrical release, but I don't think it was ever released on DVD. Comment down below if you know, but this is kind of a archive transfer, remastered from the original 35mm camera negative. So very cool to have this on Blu-ray. Josh got this on Blu-ray probably a year ago, and I've been wanting this on Blu-ray since that time. And recently I had to get some stuff for Josh, so we worked it out where he bought me this online, and I was able to trade some stuff that he wanted me to buy through Amazon. He doesn't have an Amazon account, so we kind of worked that out. So cool to have remote on Blu-ray. I will keep my both VHS copies because that is pure nostalgia, pure childhood. Growing up, most will not know this town when I say it, but McIntyre, Georgia, if you ever watch Honey Boo Boo, she was from McIntyre, Georgia, and they show her house quite a bit. We actually canvassed her neighborhood and talked to her one time while we were there. My dad being a pastor, we kind of would survey the neighborhood, invite people to church, that type of thing. But she was there. I think Adam the Woo went to her house a year or so back. Comment down below if you know the video title or any info, but I think he went there. It's right by the subway. We had one stop sign, then not a red light, it was like a caution blinking light. We had a subway, we had a subway gas station combo, and then down the road there was Maybob's and I think one other place, and then, that was McIntyre. There might have been one other, like Dollar General or some kind of mom and pop store. But anyway, side tangent, that was a big tangent there. Where was I going with that? I don't even remember. McIntyre. Oh, we had cable there, and we would watch remote on TV there in McIntyre, Georgia. Anyway, on to the disc rot updates. This one surprised me. Lady in the Water, the DVD did not load at all, which was such a shame because they had the lenticular DVD slip. But that's okay, stuff happens. We have it now on Blu-ray, which is great. Had to test this. I don't, normally Blu-rays are okay. See the kind of bronze color? I don't think this is disc rot. Some people have said that their Blu-rays were affected by Warner Brothers. This is around that time, so, unlocking a new nightmare for me. I mean, that doesn't look good, but it works, so we're gonna hope, that's a collector's worst nightmare is having stuff in the collection that's like a ticking time bomb. It never sits right with you emotionally, if you know what I mean. So then we have the triple feature. This was actually cheaper to get the triple feature than it was to get We Are Marshall by itself on Blu-ray. So Any Given Sunday, the director's cut, and Varsity Blues and We Are Marshall. I think Any Given Sunday I had, but it was a printed case. Varsity Blues I had in the snapper case. Was it also? Oh, all three were put out by Warner Brothers. No, Varsity was Paramount, it looks like. So two of the three were Warner Brothers. So we'll pull the doubles. Josh does a thing in his videos where he pulls the doubles and actually shows that. And that's something I might try and do if I remember. But normally when I do these pickups videos, it's a couple days later where I actually pull out doubles and take them off my collections app and my other movie app. So, you know, after you shoot a video, you don't really think about going back and shooting additional stuff unless it's like a special video that I do. You know, sometimes I have that where I'll shoot along the way, spanning out weeks and weeks. But these pickups, usually day of, I shoot and or a couple days later shoot it. But this one was in a double feature set, a Jet Li double feature. Romeo Must Die, then Cradle to the Grave, you'll see later. Shipping lately has been hit or miss, especially USPS. You know, FedEx and other companies like that are sometimes better. It depends on what it is, I guess. But USPS lately has been dropping the ball. Supposed to get these around the same time, but Cradle to the Grave was delayed. And I got a few other things, so we'll show that in a future pickups video. But there was something I got recently. Actually, the posters I got, I think that'd be before this one, but the posters were in Georgia coming this way to Macon. I think they were in Morrow, Georgia. Then they took a turn and went all the way to Illinois to be scanned and checked in there, only for them to discover that it wasn't going to Illinois. They sent it back to Georgia, and then weeks later I finally got those posters. And I think something else recently I got, and it was in Georgia, and then they sent it somewhere else, and then I don't know what's going on. And then our neighbors, luckily we have good relationships with our neighbors around us, but the mail, they'll put our mail in our neighbors' mailboxes and vice versa. Well, you know, we'll have mail from our neighbors, and, you know, now we'll take it over to them, have a good chat, or they'll bring us our mail that was delivered to their mailbox. Anyway, it's a whole thing that, you know, we've all done numerous reports on, and, you know, they'll fix it for a time, and then, you know, they'll get new employees in, and the whole thing will start back over. So now, instead of just reporting, you kind of just have to go with the flow. This stuff, you know, is not life or death. It's movies. I love collecting movies, but at the end of the day, you know, it's you wait a couple more days for it's not a big deal. Hopefully none of them around us need medicine. There was this lady, she's like a couple streets over with the same number as us, but it's a completely different street name, but it's the same numbers. So sometimes we would get her mail, and she actually did have medicine, like time-sensitive medicine. So I'm sure she complained because it would come to our house, then we would raise the flag. Sometimes they wouldn't get it right away. We would leave notes. So hopefully that issue, it's been a while since that happened, so hopefully they resolve that. Anyway, don't want to sit here and complain about the mail. Glad we got these upgrades so I can enjoy my movies now without fear of disc rot, even though Lady in the Water, that one kind of has me a little concerned, but as of now, it works. So I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts on any of these or of the mail system. Until next time, like, subscribe, share with a movie lover, and keep collecting.